As a kid who was obsessed with astronomy, I loved the concept of space shuttles. Plain-looking vehicles that could take off like a rocket, complete missions in space, and then return to the Earth, touching down like a plane, and able to be reused for the next mission. It was the coolest concept in the world to me at that time, but I was very shocked to read about the Space Shuttle Challenger tragedy. Shortly after launch, one of the O-rings or sealant rings in the right booster engine eroded to the point that hot gas leaked out and spewed into the massive external fuel tank. This caused an explosion that immediately desecrated the fuel tank and tore the orbiter vehicle with the crew inside to shreds. The two booster engines careened off from the scene of the explosion until the safety officer on the ground activated their self-destruct charges. Less than 2 minutes from takeoff, all lives and equipment had been utterly destroyed. So what went wrong here? How did NASA let this happen? What could they have done differently? An investigation carried on under the order of President Ronald Reagan after the accident showed that NASA had data as early as 1977, 9 years before the Challenger launch, of these O-rings eroding on takeoff and not properly performing their sealant duties. A factor that went into this was cold weather, and the Challenger launched on what was, at that point, the coldest space shuttle launch to date. Engineers saw this problem before the launch and were concerned about such an event happening, but NASA leadership, as well as the leadership from Morton Thiokol, the manufacturer of these booster engines, decided to carry on with the launch as planned. Both NASA and Morton Thiokol should have delayed the launch indefinitely until a suitable alternative was found to counteract this troublesome trend of O-ring erosion. With that being said, Roger Boisjoli, one of the leading engineers at Morton Thiokol, attempted to address this dangerous situation by redesigning the casing and O-ring structure of the booster engines. This was a step in the right direction, but Roger ultimately erred in allowing the upcoming launches to use the old booster engines, including the Space Shuttle Challenger, instead of indefinitely suspending the launches until this new booster engine could be designed and tested for safety. And unfortunately, he learned the hard way.